Hi guys, Jason here from Divine Hammer Computers, and this video I'm going to be upgrading my current laptop. And this laptop is probably around 3 years old, maybe a little bit more. I've used it just about every day. I've used it for video editing. I've done a ton of stuff on it. Probably stuff that I shouldn't be doing on it because it's not all that powerful. I got it free, well, not free. I got it through TELUS, which is was my ISP at the time, phone company. And it was $15 a month for 3 years. So at the time I figured out what a hard drive cost. And no, I guess it was just 2 years. 2 years, $15 a month. And added to my internet bill. And since then I've done some major upgrades to it. I've upgraded the RAM from its original 6 gigs up to 16 gigs. I managed to get a broken laptop off Facebook, and it had a Blu-ray drive, so I swapped the Blu-ray drive for it. I've also done, I replaced the hard drive. I've done that a couple times now. I'm currently running a 750 gig Seagate hybrid drive, which is basically an 8 gig SSD, and then the rest is 750 gig hard drive. And it doesn't act as two hard drives, it acts actually as just a cache, so that it remembers Windows and then it boots up faster, or it remembers programs that you currently use and then it boots those quicker. So it's a fast drive, it's nice, but I decided I wanted to do another upgrade. And I mean, I've also upgraded the battery because I wanted more battery life on the road. So I've replaced the battery with a bigger one. So it's a little bigger than stock. Anyways, you start running out of options of what you can do with a laptop. You can only do so many things, and unfortunately I've pretty much done everything I can with this one, and probably time for a new one. Oops, as soon as I can afford it. Not sure when that'll be though, but I managed to come across a drive, actually. You probably saw in our last video I was doing an unboxing. It's Western Digital Black dual drive, which is 120 gig SSD and then a 1 terabyte regular hard drive. This only has one hard drive slot, so it's essentially two drives in one case, which is pretty much the only option for this one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this apart, and we will see if I got the right screwdriver. Yeah, I do, I think. Probably should have used a slightly smaller one, but that's okay. It's not like it's spinning or anything. A whopping 2 screws on the bottom, which is going to be interesting to say the least. And then it kind of, I've taken this off a million times and I hate it every time because it's so awkward. 2 screws and then a bunch of clips. So actually that wasn't that bad that time. Maybe it's getting easier because I keep doing it. We'll take that off. And now we have the inside of the hard drive. And this blue area, I'm trying to get you guys on camera here so you can see it. Maybe if I go that way? No, if I go this way. Okay, we'll go over here and then you guys can see better. We'll flip it around. So yeah, I've got 2 8 gig sticks of 16 gigs of RAM, 2 8 gig sticks. At the time I think I paid about $59 for that, and it was stupid cheap. And people still think I'm crazy for doing it, but to get it now you'd be paying about $100 more. So I think I got a good deal at the time. The hard drive has this goofy plastic anti-shock, I guess. So we will just try to edge it, move it, and there we go. It slides out, lift it out carefully, and there's the current drive that was in there. I don't think they make them anymore. 750 gig Momentous XT. Okay, so that's out. And it has some screws on the side, of course. Be careful not to drop them inside the laptop. I've been lucky not to do that yet, but I've heard of people doing that. So, yeah, it's 2 screws out, and I'll go with 2 more. And then I will be able to show you guys more. I could cut this out, I guess, but I figure I'll just keep talking and maybe somebody will listen. Anyway, so yeah, I've done a couple upgrades to this laptop, and I just got, well, not necessarily frustrated with its speed, but always want more speed. So we'll peel this off. There we go. So there's the old drive out. I'll set that aside. And now the new drive. Of course, it's still in its flashy box. Nice race car on it. Western Digital Black dual drive. Okay. So now, let's shuffle that aside. We'll take this beautiful drive and we'll stick this ugly case on it. Just got to remember which way this goes. I think it goes like that. Well, we'll see if the holes line up. If not, we'll reverse it. I probably should have Yeah, I think that'll work better. Gotta change that so it doesn't ratchet the other way. Jeez. You want something to take longer, just film yourself doing it. You wouldn't believe how slow you go on certain things. I'm normally much quicker and a lot less nervous when I'm not on camera. And it's something that I'm hoping to somehow reverse for you guys so you guys can see more of what I'm like in real life. And I'm considering doing, not sure if it'll be a gaming channel. I definitely want to play some video games, maybe some NHL 15. Not really sure about Grand Theft Auto 5. I've got that for PS4. And I'm not, I kind of suck at the game, but it might be fun to do a World's Worst Gamer or something like that, because definitely be getting it for the PC when it comes out, which is now a couple more months, but as long as they get it right. And yeah, I might play around with it. See what happens. Okay, so this is going to be a tight fit because this is a goofy rubber thingy. Oh, that sounds horrible. That is a tight fit. Just see if we can pry a little bit. Of course, I'm being careful not to, hopefully not to wreck anything. Almost there. Oh man, it's not going anywhere, that's for sure. Well, I'm pretty confident it's not going anywhere, and it is in there. That is a solid connection from what I can tell. Maybe a smidge better. I think that's good though. I don't see it going anywhere. And it's pretty well seated. Okay, so the process of putting it back together is, you know, getting the cover and putting it back together. And the snaps are the only real difficult thing. It looks like I broke one off in the past. That tends to happen when you have so many snaps and so little patience. And yeah, like that. And then we'll really would have preferred more screws or maybe 2 doors, If anybody from HP's listening, love that you can take it apart and replace things. I hope they continue that, although it doesn't look like they're going to. The new laptops are getting much harder to upgrade, which sucks. Okay, so we're all back together with that. We'll put the battery back in. Oh, that's right, this battery is kind of wonky. There you go. Okay, so the battery is back in. We'll flip it back over. Should probably change your guys' perspective because you're going to want to see the screen. So I'll do that right now. Okay, so I just put the disk in that I got downloaded from Microsoft and burned it. And now we're just waiting for Windows to install. And I may or may not speed this up. I probably will because I don't want this video to be too long, and some of you guys don't like long videos, as my videos all tend to be really long. So this is Windows 10, what it is right now. Build 9926. So it asks me language. I'll pick US even though I'm not in the States. Install now. And it's starting. So we'll see how long. This is an actual real-time install on a pretty mediocre laptop. Now it's a quad-core, but like I said, 16 gigs of RAM, and it does have that SSD in there, so we'll see what kind of speeds we get. Obviously installing off CD or DVD, which is not the fastest way anymore to install, and I normally don't do it, but for the speed. So there, we want a custom install. We only have the one drive showing up, which is 111.8 gigabytes. So that's where I want to install Windows. And now we're installing, and I guess we just sit back and wait, and this is okay. That obviously didn't take anywhere near the amount of time I thought it would. So now it's getting files ready for installation. And I'll just sit back and how long this takes, I'll probably speed it up for you guys because it's slow. Okay, so now we're installing updates, or so it says, and finishing up. So it probably will reboot here. Yeah, restarting in times. So now we're restarting. What the heck is restarting? Restarting the laptop. And Windows should be installed. It still has to do some setup. Basically, you don't do anything, you just leave it. And of course, when I started this, you had to pick the boot drive that you wanted to boot from. The laptop, of course, didn't find a boot drive, so I put the DVD drive in, the DVD in there, and it worked. So, didn't really have to do anything to set it up. Just started going on its own, which is always nice. Otherwise, you got to go either into the BIOS and force it to boot, or you got to press normally an F12 or something like that to get it to see the Windows disk, and then from there you should be okay. And now we're getting devices ready. It's actually running very quick at doing this. I just installed it on a regular hard drive on a desktop, and it didn't get through stuff this quick. But then again, it's a laptop, probably has less devices maybe. And like I said, it's not the fastest laptop, but it does have tons of memory, and now it has tons of hard drive speed. Man, I'm getting bad. Wow. That explains why I failed English in high school. I can't speak it. Can't speak it, can't write it. Yeah. So now we're getting ready. I guess this is where it's getting its clothes picked out for the night on the town. Okay, maybe not. But it's doing something that's called getting ready. Thanks for the percentage, Microsoft. There's no telling me how long this will take. Oh, and I'm sure you guys are bored of me. This looks pretty much exactly like Windows 8.1 or 8 when you install it. But it is Windows 10, at least the technical preview. It's actually the second one that I've had, because the first one didn't have all the cool features, and this one apparently has a little bit more. I'm looking forward to the next release, whenever that is, if they do give us another one before the actual physical release of the software, when it actually hits the stores. I'm guessing probably late October. It tends to be Microsoft's favorite time to release operating systems. And also it beats the Christmas rush, which is extremely important, especially in the States. Black Friday, everything has to be released by then. So we'll see. Let's see how this runs. Kind of want to get a new laptop, but this one's runs so well, and even though I've beat the heck out of it and worn the paint off it in places, might need a new keyboard. The keyboard's not pretty, but might be cheaper to keep this one going than going out and buying a new laptop, especially if the speed helps, and I'm happier with that. Well, we'll see. And now we are rebooting again. So you can see I haven't even touched this, it's just doing it on its own. And pretty soon it'll ask me for my username and password if I want it, and my user account. I don't know if it actually asks you for it. It doesn't ask you for your email and password like Windows 8 does. Or if that'll change or not. Microsoft really likes having your account tied to an email. I understand why they do it. It's just a little annoying when you have to do it all the time. So it's definitely connected to the internet. Security key. Nice white and blue background. That's different. I don't think you guys can see my password. Not that it really matters. Most of you are probably not even close to. Oh, that's good. It shows up. Well, I'll be editing this part out for sure. Okay, and we're back after I edited out my Wi-Fi password. So it says setting up for you so you can get going fast. Because this is pre-release software, settings throughout the system may not function as expected or described. You can customize some of these settings now or change them later. Automatically find and connect devices to content on this network. Automatically install Windows updates, app updates, and device software. Turn on Do Not Track in Internet Explorer. Help protect your PC from unsaved files, apps, websites, and check online for solutions to problems. Help improve Microsoft software, services, and location services by sending us info. Use Bing to search to get search suggestions and web results in web search, and let Microsoft use your location and other info to personalize your experience. In Internet Explorer, use page prediction to preload pages, which sends your browsing history to Microsoft. Let Windows and apps use your name, account picture, and advertising ID, and request your location from the Windows location platform. So basically it's all pretty standard. As much as people might say, it's not really Big Brother-ish. It's Bing I'll definitely be changing. I don't like Bing. I like Google. So Google search is actually better. Internet Explorer, page prediction. I don't use Internet Explorer that often. I'm not saying it's that bad. It's actually Well, let's customize. Let's see what options they give you. Settings. You've connected to DivineHammerComputers.com. Do you wish to find PCs in your network? Well, yes. I'd like to find my computers. Automatically get device drivers? Yes. Automatically update my apps? Yes. Smart screen to protect me. Do not track. Use compatibility lists. Help experience with my sites. And these two are turned off for Microsoft location, which is okay. And then this is sharing my info with Microsoft. Basically, you don't have to do any of this. It does tend to, obviously they're going to want to improve their software. So the more information you send them, they can, oh, they do want me to sign in. Okay. And I'll do that. And my password, if I remember. Oops. Crap. Okay. And now it wants me to approve the code that's sending me. So I'm going to go grab my cell phone. I'll be right back.